Hi, hello everybody. Welcome back to Lex. Today's match we have xFPS versus GenX. This is the first match I'm actually casting that's in the not the group stages. So this is going to be one of the matches where it's 3 maps instead of just the one. So this is going to last a little bit longer. And these two particular teams are actually really I'd say this is gonna be an exciting match because of how their ability is kind of somewhat close to each other. I'd say somewhat maybe a little bit different in terms of experience, because xFPS has a lot of different people from different teams that have played for a very long time, but Gen X has some really strong players in general.
I
So we can actually take a look at the roster.
I,
Go
I
ahead, Gretchen.
think honestly this could be the best match of the weekend.
I
At
think so.
least for
Yeah.
the upper bracket. I'm not sure about the lower bracket, but
Yeah, this is definitely one I've been actually kind of excited for all week, because this match is going to be a pretty fun one. Oh, sorry. Also, I am your caster, Gelos, joined here by Gretchen, my co-cast.
hello.
Got to introduce. All right, let's go to the roster. So, starting with xFPS, we have, you'll probably notice these names are, a lot of these guys are from RPN previous teams, and a lot of these guys are from Znipsel and Friends sorts of teams, so it's kind of a mix of both, and it does come out to make a fairly strong team. We've seen some pretty good stuff from these guys already in the tourney. Names like, Bloody, Trax and T, let's see here. Where is he? There he's Willie. Oh, Krog. He's from a previous B-Way team. A very good bolter as well. Some names from the RPN team, and then of course lots of other names there from the Znipsel and Friends, including Znipsel himself. So we're expecting to see a pretty strong lineup here from the xFPS boys. As for the Gen X guys, you know these guys a little bit more, so we can introduce them.
Yeah, a little. I mean they're Euros, but they're from the other Euro server, from the Connery equivalent.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. We don't
Yeah,
talk.
the Miller. Most of them anyway. There's a few Cobalt players in there. But the majority of them is Miller players. Most of them have played on the Gen Z team for quite a while, on the POG team in EU Scrim Springs, I believe. There's a few EU players in there from that team. It's not as wild a mix as xFPS, but it's also a bit like cobbled together. But they have some very strong players, and players like Dante, Ollie, Bubby, Aniket, well, Blade,
Yeah.
iPal. Like there's some very strong individual players on there, and they looked like they had their coordination down as well. I'm not sure how much they have practiced, but it looked good what we've seen from them so far.
Yeah, I am excited for this match because it is going to be a very I think close one, personally speaking. But oh, I just started the prediction, by the way, so make sure you all get your predictions in as to who's going to win. Again, this is an exciting one, so this could be this is up in the air entirely. Let's talk a little bit about our 3 maps.
Oh
Starting with
yeah,
our
what
first
we're
one.
playing.
This first map is actually going to be Bridgewater. This one, as you all know, it's similar to like a paintball field where you have that open courtyard with some cover inside of it. It's got 2 good flanking routes in jungle and alley. And then, of course, there is a secondary spawn option that goes through warehouse to allow you to get a little bit of a less a spawn camp they have to deal with at all times. But a couple of main things to remember about this map. LAs don't play a super critical role on this one. It's mostly about how your heavies play and how your bolter could play, but especially about how your medics play, as this is very much a medic-oriented sort of game mode. So you want to keep an eye out on how those sorts of groups kind of push together and see what happens with the flanks as well. So we're gonna not talk about map 2 or 3 right now because it looks like they are actually ready to go for us. So we're gonna let them know that we are good to go and jump right over to the in-game screen. There we are. And we'll talk more about the other 2 maps, which only one is guaranteed to be played. The third one is only going to be played if there is a draw. All right. So we do, I believe, the thing should have. Yeah, it does have our names up. Let me just grab.
1 minute.
There we go. I'm just grabbing my thing here so I can see the script with all the names in a little bit of an easier fashion. There we are. So, for the xFPS side, we have Krog, obviously, that was expected. Rune Raven, Pouch of Chaos, Jarmo, Bloody Glitch, Blackson, Chippy Wan, Brenos, Knuckles, and Prodigal. Very good lineup for them. For the Gen X boys, we have Donserval, Orivar, Ollie, Played, Six, High on Sensitive Beans, which I believe that is iPal, Snake, Knerf, Ratto, and Dante Cool. Again, very, very strong lineup there for both teams. This is expected to be a really, really good match. So I'll start out by watching the, let's go with the xFPS boys right over here.
10.
Hi, Gelos, I'm putting money on the
5,
predictions.
4,
You're gonna have to
let's
call out.
go.
1. Match start, match start.
Alright, so starting off with, it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 medics here for the xFPS boys. Most of the rest of these players are all heavies. I do hear 1 infill there, which is expected.
Stay alert, enemy heavy nearby.
We don't have Bubdi. I shouldn't have put money on Gen X.
Look what you did.
No Bubdi, no win.
It's basically already over now.
Yeah, might as well go
Nah,
home.
Bapti was a wash anyway. Everybody knows that.
What the fuck?
Look at this flank coming in from the Gen X boys. They're actually pushing pretty well into jungle. See how far they make it. Rune Raven's holding back a little bit.
Oh, 6-1 the Bolter duel takes out Krog.
Ooh, Jarmo here at the peak, but he gets taken out by Dante Cool. The rest of the Gen X teams coming around on that tree.
That's
They do
such
take
a
him.
nice flank for them right now.
Yep,
They're
that
gonna
is
be able to clean out this point.
Easily going to be able to clean. And here it comes, cleaning out the rest of the xFPS guys. xFPS going to have to regroup and re-push back into their main spawn first. Potentially, they could also use their secondary spawn, though. We'll see.
It looks like Gen X actually has set positions, because I feel like as soon as they wiped, everyone went back to like a specific spot, it looked like.
That's what it's looking like for me as well.
But at least a specific area.
Yeah, iPal over here on that tree. You know, it's not a super strong position for him to be in, as he is only a medic, so he's not gonna be able to res anybody. And he does go down there, but backing him up, ironically enough, are 2 heavies back here. Snake does also come around. He's gonna try and go for the res, but he realizes that's a bit of a mistake. So he's heading back.
Meanwhile, they've lost a point though. Everyone on point just died.
Yeah,
I feel like they might have kinda over
dedicated to the jungle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, jungle's still holding, but that doesn't really mean much. They can get pushed here
I mean,
right
it depends.
now.
If they
Dante
can
Cool
stay
down.
alive for long enough that their reinforcements can push in on the other side, and xFPS doesn't have time, like
Which
just
is
distracted or something, which
right
is
now,
kinda happening.
Yeah.
But there's another flank coming in from xFPS on the lane.
Yeah,
on
alley
alley.
side, we've got Blackson and Rune Raven, but Rune Raven's already gone down. Blackson's in a very... Oh! And there
And
goes
Jarmo goes
Jarmo
on
by the
behind.
bolt. Shutting down this flank fairly well. Jarmo's going to have to hold back for a minute while his shields come back. Blackson also loses shields, unless he's using Carapace. He might be.
I think he is, yeah.
I think he is as well. Orivar here coming around the corner, takes out Prodigal. Jarmo and Blackson holding down the main entrance. Can't really get these guys off the point super well yet, though. 3 minutes 30 seconds now until the cap goes through here for Gen X.
Gen X pretty really solid holds so far. Not many holes in it.
Yeah, they're doing pretty well right now, keeping all of these flanks locked down, especially.
Yeah. They really lost their one hold, but then that jungle group staying alive for so long was amazing for them.
Now a small push here by the xFPS boys actually has taken out 1. Can they get Knerf as well? They do. They take Knerf.
And Ratto's about to feed into there as well. There you go.
Yep. Oh,
no,
Ratto takes
still
1. He takes Krog out, actually. But he's going to get res right away afterwards. But no, he's not, actually. I take it back. Gen X pushing around on the side.
Okay. If Gen X can... It looks like they're recovering this.
They are. They're
this would be a
absolutely
very strong
recovering
recovery.
here.
Ooh,
xFPS
Knuckles is
slowly
fragging,
losing
but he
all
goes
of their members.
And that's a
Brenos
resonate
gets
for
res.
xFPS though. This is
It's
a
looking
clusterfuck.
Yeah, it's getting a little dire here, I think, for xFPS too, because they have yet to get a recovery. So far, they've been trying their hardest to really push in and you know, get set up, but every time they've set up, so far, Gen X has pushed them right back out almost immediately.
Yeah, Gen X never really got fully wiped yet. They just keep coming back. Or at least a few stay alive.
Yeah, that flank on jungle allowed the courtyard push, and then the courtyard push going down allowed, or staying up allowed the jungle push just now. So far, really good job here by the Gen X team. xFPS needs to figure out a way to counter this. Maybe fully destroy one of the flanks and then push in from there and completely clean it. Because right now, we're not seeing too much happening here. Oh, Krog with a nice
big
big
jungle push incoming, it looks like, from
Possibly, yeah.
xFPS.
They are very well regrouped right now. They have the numbers. They can push this out.
Yeah.
Here we go with a little aggression here. Jarmo taking one, but he goes down afterwards. They have taken out the second medic. Can they get Hollow?
It looks like they're finally clearing.
Yep, there we go. So they've got
Ollie's on a flank, but he realizes he's all alone and he runs back.
So this is the first time I think they've completely wiped Gen X off of the
Oh, 6 wants the
map.
Bolter duel. Krog's dead.
Yep.
And picks Rune as well.
Picks him back up though. Krog's just gonna have to stay behind Crate for a little while his shields come back.
Yeah.
Ollie down by Alley up there. There's absolutely no members of Gen X just yet. Oh, here they go. We got the 2 pushing in on jungle side. Jarmo actually goes down as he was covering that. Rune Raven picks one, but he goes down right afterwards.
He will get picked back up though.
Yeah, big push here now by the Gen X boys coming around on the jungle side. They've taken
And there's
Krog.
only Rune Raven and Prodigy left to hold them.
Yeah, this is going to be a quick clear here, even though xFPS did actually get a little recovery there. This is Gen X with a counter recovery doing very, very well so far.
That jungle group, oh actually, that jungle group just got revived for xFPS.
Oh, okay. One of them just went down there. I think that was Rune Raven in the back. He could probably be picked up afterwards, but it does mean that they're down another heavy here as Gen X is pushing in on that orange crate. They're holding them off a little bit, though. This is actually giving them a little bit of time back on that point. Remember, if they can get enough time on point, at least to have the majority by halftime, they do at least get a point there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, if they get a cap, that would be 2 points. That would be a much better win for them. Dante Cool taking out Krog, and a second
And
there as well.
Dante definitely one of the strongest players on that team.
And he's really showing it here. He's got a very nice flank. He did a little damage there, backed off for a second, allowed his team to push back in with him. And now he's clearing out the rest of jungle here. He's going to have a great time taking out Knuckles, and he only has 2 to deal with here. Both are medics, and he's got some support with him, but he goes down to a TK there, I think. He does. A little unfortunate, but that's all right.
It doesn't really matter in this format.
Ooh, Krog with a nice pick off of Donserval. And a second off of iPal.
Damn, you remember who that is, Gelos. I'm impressed.
Oh, don't worry, I'll forget it next time.
I'm proud of you.
I'll probably forget it mid-match, that's right.
Ooh, Krog got Dante as well.
Yeah, you got Dante as well. Again, these guys are getting rezzed, so it doesn't matter too much, but what it is doing is allowing his team to actually push on these flanks where there were people covering it, so they can actually take the guy down who actually was just getting rezzed anyway. It is a good thing for them to have Krog just constantly bolting, even though it's in an area where a medic can pick him back up.
Yeah, they are getting on point a bit more now, but I think overall the timer is still going more in Gen X direction.
It's well on the way right now. We've got I think we're going to be a minute 30 until this goes back into neutral. And Gen X was able to jump back on that point fairly quickly both times so far. And they're doing it again. Look at this on the jungle flank here. They've already got a push going. But it looks like xFPS figured this out this time around. Oh, Rune Raven with an aggressive push actually went down, but here comes Chippy to clean up. And Higby Soska from behind, taking out Dante Cool. That
that's
whole
the
flank
entire
has
team in
been
jungle
taken
now.
out, but yeah, the entire team did rotate over to jungle to do that. Now that leaves Courtyard with about 3 or 4 guys. Not too much though. I mean, that's still something they can deal with. And there it goes now. 1 minute until this gets back into neutral territory.
Yeah, but somehow the jungle group's alive again. Somehow, Gelos.
Nah, medics.
Oh, never mind. Okay, they're dead.
They would have gotten away with it too if it weren't those damn meddling medics.
Imagine this format without medics, how much more fun it would be.
I can't imagine that.
Okay, never mind.
I love medics too much, you know that.
Do you?
Ion Sensu Beans here.
That why you called Gelos the medic?
Yes, everyone knows that.
Oh,
Prodigal here taking out iPal. Denies another medic. Donserval, the only one alive here on jungle flank, but there's no... Oh! Big res here for the xFPS guys. Might be able to take out Donserval. Nope, take it back. Donserval is actually cleaning them all up.
They weren't like that. Res would have been good if Gen X would have actually had someone else to shoot at, but they didn't. So they could entirely focus on taking out the reses.
Now we've got xFPS trying to
big
push
flank.
back
Look
into a
at
well set
Ali.
up GenX. Oh yeah, we got Higby Soska here on Ali. He's taken out one, and now he's going to take out Ollie as well. This does mean that we've got another player who's got to rotate over here to deal with this. He's going to take him out, but it did, look at this, Rune Raven was able to push up on that angle that Plade was supposed to be holding. So they've got the bottom of the courtyard now. Taking a look at Hollow. Got about 5 guys over here.
Ooh, Rune goes down to APAL.
Ooh, Krog gets a body up, and he's going to probably go down here. He does. But a big push here by the xFPS guys to try and clean up. It's going to get some reses going at all. I don't know if that might actually save them here. No, it's actually not going to save them. They're all down again.
He's using a saber.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier. I was wondering what burst gun that was.
Yeah, it's a saber.
Yeah,
That's
saber.
Pog.
That's, yeah. Nobody, you know, years ago, you would never think saber to be used in a format.
I mean, it finally got
it did get buffed,
back
though, yeah.
to 1 tier damage.
A lot of people forgot about that, and it is actually, you know, it's a decent
Ooh,
burst rifle
big,
now.
big alley push here.
Yeah, it is.
8, 9, all of them. See, this is where you want an LA to just jump over and shoot them all in the back.
This is about one of the only times I've actually seen LAs be very, very useful on this one.
I think it depends. Like, playing one LA, I think, can be very good. Just to have a lot of harassment.
Branos and Prodigal going down here. Branos actually just get back up, but it doesn't matter. He goes right back down. However, take a look at the other side here, where xFPS is pushing in from their spawn side. GenX now cornered behind this crate here. Oh, but it doesn't matter. They're rotating back and forth, taking out everybody anyway. xFPS is failing to crumple them. GenX has actually taken them all out.
Only one left is Krog, and he goes down.
Oh, and he goes down. GenX with a beautiful hold there.
You can still cut this out.
All right, so we now have to see a regroup and again a repush by the xFPS guys.
Oh, Rune Raven already taken out by the bolt.
Chippy here to try and res. It's not super dangerous, so that's gonna be an easy res for him. Bloody Glitch goes down as well. The xFPS team is almost like they're trickling in right now. This almost looks like desperation push. Well, they only have 1:30 here, and again, if they were to flip it now, they could still get it to neutral, but they have to be very, very quick, and I think that's where the desperation's coming in right now. They know the timer right now. Only about 3 minutes 30 seconds left in the actual match itself. All right, so once again, xFPS downed. They're gonna have to regroup again. And I don't know if there's... Well, there is technically still enough time for them to get it, but they have to play it perfectly if they want to. At this point, it might be more about just making sure they don't get the full cap, because it's at least it's counterable if they don't get a full cap here. Don Servol gets a pick off of the jungle flank here. He's on a very good spot, and they don't seem to be turning around to deal with him. He's going to take out Chippy here, most likely. He does. Knuckles does clean him up, though. With, I believe that was a Maw.
A Maw? Yeah, I heard one. Maybe it's an unstable. No, it's not unstable. I don't think. Doesn't look like it.
So push here by xFPS over to Orange Crate, but Krog goes down, and also Chippy goes down. Ollie taking them both. Rune Raven here to try and clean up. He does take out Ollie. Ooh, he's going to take Dante as well. Nice commie shooting there.
Oh, Gelos, 10 minutes just said he's coming on, so I'm leaving.
Gotcha. All right, thank you.
He's gonna cast with you.
Gonna have my boy 10 more minutes mom from the AC Gaming clan.
Yeah, he's a successful Blindside streamer, more successful than you, actually.
That's a well-known fact. So we've got GenX here. Well, they're kind of held up here behind the Orange Crate. They definitely can push, though, because right now, xFPS is very scattered. There's only a couple people here in mid-courtyard. They just went down. And then a couple people back here on Hollow. Brennus is already down. Knuckles just goes down there. Bloody Glitch, the only one left here on jungle
They have
side.
just enough time, I think, to capture this, to get the 2 points. And if they're probably gonna try for it, they must have seen the message that there's 2 minutes left.
Yeah, there's just enough time here. If xFPS can do even one successful push and wipe them off this point at least, then I think we can probably expect just a 1-point win rather than a 2-point one on this first half. But we gotta see if xFPS can do it. Higby Soska here behind that crate. This is a good spot for everybody here. But unfortunately, Dante Cool has just cleared out the entire alley there. Bloody Glitch comes around the corner and he's trying to help out a bit. gonna chase off Snake, but he goes down on his push. Oh no, xFPS I think is all down once again. It's just Jarmo down.
And it's 34 seconds left, which means they get one more regroup, one more
Yep.
push.
They can still do this technically. Only one possible push here.
What I'm confused by is
Krog with a trade.
seeing Gen X Bolter 6 all the way in the back. Right now you want to be pushed up and helping your team hold this
Yeah.
as best you can.
Well, maybe he's
But
more there for the information, I suppose. Oh wow, Gen X with a big aggressive push onto spawn here actually has cleaned up a lot of the xFPS guys. They're running onto point. Can they make it? Can they make it flash? No, they cannot. There it goes.
Republic has taken the facility.
So that is Gen X with a cap.
Yeah,
Really
just
well.
about.
All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at our scoreboard here while we have a moment. So for the Gen X and xFPS kill count differences, it's actually pretty decently sized. xFPS has you know they couldn't quite get the amount of kills that Gen X was getting, but that's of course because Gen X was they were doing really good on those flanks. We saw them get a lot of kills from those, and a lot of times xFPS did go down. They came right back up with a res nade, and those res nades. They didn't work out a lot. Quite a few times we saw those resonades. I don't think I even saw one where the resonade really did make a big difference. I think it maybe one time when they were pushing out from jungle, but I think that was about it. Otherwise, the resonades really did not work out super well for them for some reason. Most of the time, that would be a kind of a back and forth with the resonades, but it just didn't happen really this time. In terms of reses given as well, xFPS actually does take the lead on that one. There were a lot more medic plays, but of course, when you have a lot more people dying like that as well, that is going to happen. So it's not too big of a difference to really count for that. And I think the resonades played a big part of that as well, because there was there was a lot of resonades thrown for the xFPS guys, and they just unfortunately, they did not really work out super well. Damage assists, take a look at this. Gen X is way in the lead on that one, 165 compared to xFPS is only 116, implying a lot more sort of cohesion, a lot of sticking together and really covering each other a lot better. xFPS, they had a really hard time pushing out from their spawn and actually being able to cover each other. They just had to kind of deal with their lanes by themselves a lot of the times, and I think that really did play heavily into Gen X's kind of winning strategy on this first half. Just overall, xFPS could not really quite get the numbers they needed to deal with a lot of these pushes. In terms of kill count, let's take a look here. I think we've got a tie here for top frag of the game. It's actually between Pouch of Chaos on xFPS and Dante Cool on Gen X. Both of these players getting 41 kills each. 24 deaths for Pouch and 29 for Dante. Very impressive job here. That was actually really well done for both teams there. But other than that, we can also take a look at our bolts, by the way. Krog, take a look at him. 31 kills, 27 deaths. He did pretty good. We saw him get a lot of really good bolts, and he's never really afraid to jump on that point with 28 capture ticks as well. Only outed by Chippy1, who has 34. Everybody else, a little bit further behind. Krog does play a very aggressive bolt, and that's definitely reflected in these stats. And if you take a look at the other side there, 6, no capture ticks. He was never on that point, even once really, that we saw. Very much kind of a back of the area kind of bolter, but still works out pretty well if you play it right. And I think that was the way he kind of intended to play. It seemed like he was more for information, and it might have actually worked out pretty well. It seems like Gen X did know where everybody was at all times, and they rotated very well to it. All right, let's head back into in-game. Oh.
Yeah?
There we go.
I tried.
Were you trying?
I tried to kill you, yeah.
Alright, so... do we have any subs, by the way? I didn't hear anything for sub.
I didn't see any, no.
Looks like xFPS is fine. I don't want to swap anybody out. I don't know about Gen X real quick.
Nope. Just someone restarting
restart.
PC. Yeah, but no subs, I guess.
Alright.
You can check out my cosmetics in the meantime, Gelos.
Oh yeah? Why don't you jump down on this warehouse?
Yeah? You like my gun
hey,
camo?
Looking good, looking good.
Yeah, thanks.
Is that brown camo?
Yeah.
Alright, well.
And it's, what's it called? Autumn Fright Weapon Camo.
I have that other Halloween one, the
Oh?
the jack o'
You have it
lanterns
on?
one. I think it is.
Oh yeah, I have that one, but I
Yeah.
never use it
I
anymore.
use this on my caster gun,
The-
so I know when I'm using the gun that I use for casting because there's no implants on it. Otherwise, I'll just run and do things like in pickups or something, just holding like something without like iron
What's
sights
it
or anything.
called? It's called Pumpkin Patch, right?
Yeah, pumpkin
Oh
patch.
no,
That's the one.
Jack's Color, something like that.
All right, so we can talk a little bit about how xFPS might be able to overcome their faults here on this side because we are swapping sides. So what they could do is similar to what Gen X was doing, all just kind of push together, even if it is just into courtyard, because there's enough room here to spread out. If they can do that, then they can deal with the jungle side flank a little bit easier, especially from their side, because they don't have to deal with a jungle flanker that's like holding on a box this time around. They really only have to worry about alleyway and Krog for the xFPS team. He's really good at holding down angles like this alleyway. So if they just stick Krog, I'd say right here on that that box, and all just move in as a group, they're probably going to have a pretty good time. It's going to be a little bit easier for them on this side for that exact reason, because this alleyway is the main flank here for the Gen X team this time around. They're not using the jungle flank quite as heavily this time. So we'll see what exactly might happen here, though. It is possible that they'll still stick people up on jungle just as a counter to flanks, but those guys probably aren't going to push super far down here, because
Well,
once you
you
get
say
down to the
that,
tree,
but
you've run out of a lot of cover.
you say that, but holding this like really pushed up tree, what I guess you're looking at it, like where I'm standing right now.
Yes.
This is really good for locking out. You can
Yeah.
shoot
It's
the
good for
spawn area
lockouts.
there, and you can shoot people that try and push through here. Like,
And we do expect to see Gen X holding that for the lockout. But
yeah,
once the
but you
lockout is
wouldn't want to
pushed back,
push more than like one heavy, one medic, maybe two heavies, one medic.
Right.
Yeah.
right? So
But
we'll,
then you have to run all the way around to get back in to help out your team. That is an issue, unless
Yeah.
you can push through the front. But it's really strong for locking out, so it might be worth it.
So I know that the scoreboard says 3, but that's just an error. It's meant to be
The
2.
match will start 1 minute and 30 seconds. 1 minute and 30 seconds.
You say it's an error, but it's an error.
An error. Thank you. I think it might be because Erot's inputted +2 without realizing that there was already a cap, so it added a point into it.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that's right though. So we're gonna start looking at once again the xFPS team. I want to see what their squad comp is, even though I don't think they're changing anybody out. They're likely gonna still have those 4 medics. And
do you think we'll see an LA from either team?
1
No.
minute.
Damn.
I think LA
That one hurt it, Gelos.
Well, I mean, I don't think LA is played as much on certain maps. This one especially, PIL as well. But you know,
I think
the
people
Biz
that
team
don't
just
play
loves
in LA on those maps miss out, honestly.
Considering how strong Biz's teams LAs are, I'm not surprised at all that you guys like to play LAs on all of the maps.
That's a fair point, but I feel like they have Aniket, who's a really strong LA for Gen X. I can't really think of any. I'm sure the other team has a strong LA as well. I just can't think of anyone off the top of my head.
Traxon for the XFPS
Traxon,
guys.
there you go.
He was quite
Traxon's
good.
an incredibly strong LA.
Yeah.
20.
And having from our practice matches playing against our LAs, having them constantly jump over the wall behind you is so
10.
annoying.
Alright.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Second round start. Second
So
round
we
start.
are off. 4 medics, the rest heavies, 1 Kroggy boy. Let's see
Looks
how they
like-
split everybody up here. I'm expecting Krog to go straight for alley, but he doesn't. Instead, he goes right to courtyard.
Yeah, he wants the first kill, first blood.
It seems like he might get it too.
Gives
He
you
sees a
bonus
lot of
XP.
people. But he couldn't get him.
Nope.
Gets a body instead.
No bonus XP.
Yeah.
We're still in it.
Ooh, Dante,
Gen
very
X with a
powerful push here. Oh,
strong push. Look at this.
holy shit, Dante just pushed into 4 medics. Didn't even care. They all had their med
Powerful
tools out. That was brilliant. Yeah, that was really well done.
this was a powerful Gen X push here.
They do
Not
have to
stopping
clear
for a
out
single thing.
They do have to clear out the jungle, but it's only 1 medic
Yep.
left. They
And
had the
he's down.
entire team to clear it out.
So xFPS on an immediate wipe here, unfortunately. They're gonna have to figure out a way to come back from that. Rune Raven does take out Ollie, but Ollie gets picked right back up. Krog here on the jungle side, but he goes down. That's not great there for the xFPS guys, as Krog's in a bad position. He gets res and goes down again.
They're actually playing, what's that, 2 medics, 2 heavies in jungle for GenX right now. That's a lot, but it could work.
Yeah, it's so far it's mostly split between upper courtyard and jungle side right now. Most of the Gen X guys are up here. Meanwhile, a lot of the xFPS guys are just getting camped. They're getting camped really hard down here on that south end. Or, I'm sorry, north end, I guess.
Where's Dante going? Where does he want to go into their spawn?
There's no brakes on the Dante train. Higby Soska here, just trying to get some spots off at least on the tree, but he goes down. There's going to be a medic there to pick him back up. Brennos with a conk nade. Oh, that's a frag nade, actually. I take it back. I don't think that really hit anybody either. Brennos going down.
Oh,
here
they're getting
that.
crossfired so hard.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Wow. Oh, there goes a lot of them. A couple of medics are still back here. They can pick up some of the team, but this is just too many people. A lot of them have gone down. I think we might have had a flanker here. Brennos all the arms like
Blackson, the only smart one, sadly. Oh no, he is a heavy now. He was a medic before, but only one that's actually playing smart actually went around and tried to get a flank on jungle.
That was a really good idea by Blackson. It did help quite a lot too, but Gen X still holding up.
There is this eye-shade building, Gelos, on xFPS side right now that you can go in and go through, and it's so powerful and barely anyone ever plays it when they get locked out on jungle.
Now here we go. It looks like Blackson. Oh, but he comes out from courtyard and immediately goes down. 1 minute 40 seconds now until Gen X potentially gets this cap. xFPS has been really on the back pedal on this one.
Gen X is holding it down.
They have been, yeah.
Their crossfires have been so strong in the second half.
Rune Raven with a push over to the front, but he goes down. He couldn't get the pick there either. Gen X has really locked xFPS down so hard here, but they're getting some crossfires now. They're going to try and take out iPal. They have gotten him, but they do need to deal with the bottom side of courtyard. Ollie here with the knife takes out Charmo. He's going in for Rune Raven. He gets him. Might go for Knuckles. He gets no, he goes down. Almost. Very. No, but it doesn't matter. Rato with a clean. Bloody Glitch here to finally get the reses back up for everybody. Wow, that was a hell of a streak there.
He bought even if he didn't get them there, he bought so much time for his team to come back in. Oliver just walks up to Krog and he doesn't realize.
Look at this, Snake with a push, but he goes down. Dante Cool might be able to do a quick peek here in just a moment. He's got to wait for his shield. Oh, he's actually getting a lot of damage from Rune Raven behind him, but trades him out anyway. Really good.
Yeah, I think Ollie was helping him out there.
And now a push here by the xFPS guys, but here comes Rato to try and counter it. Doesn't matter.
Oh, there is a resonate going outside Gen X.
Donserval's at full health here. He does take one. Donserval take a second here. He does get Brennos, but he goes down. A Bloody Glitch coming up from a resonate with a knife.
I think if you're Gen X at this point, you want to regroup and repush.
Yep.
That was a really strong hold. They already got so much time on that point.
Yeah, they did a really good job there.
They were 1 minute off cap. I think even less.
Ooh, 6 there. He gets one, but he goes down afterwards. Took out a medic, though. Important play. Played here. Looking at the entrance. Is he going to go for a flank here? Looks like he is. He's going to go for a flank along with Ollie and Orivar. Rato, but he's spotted out. Rune Raven there with a peek. He's going to push him anyway. Conk nade's coming out, but it doesn't hit anybody. Oh, Blade goes down early. Rune Raven, I'm sorry, Higby Soska still behind that little little pillar. And they're finally able to clean up Higby. Here's Ollie on Orange Crate. Takes out Rune Raven. Can he get Krog? Oh, he just barely does not get Krog. Very close, though. 1 minute 30 seconds now until Gen X gets this cap, potentially. Empnade just goes out right into the entrance of courtyard. Hits quite a few people, in fact. Knuckles there gets an easy kill off of Canerf. Blackson here. He might have a good angle to take out a medic. He does. He takes a medic out. Brennos goes down on jungle side, though, so Blackson's vulnerable to a flank.
Yeah, this looks like it's gonna be an xFPS retake right now if there's no big reses coming in.
Well,
bit.
you say that, but take a look at
Actually,
GENX
never
actually
mind.
circling around from jungle. They're
Yeah,
actually
they're
cleaning
cleaning
them out.
up from jungle.
Chippy here goes down. It's just Jarmo left as the medic. He goes down as well. There's GENX with another clean. 45 seconds now until a cap. That Prodigal still alive in there. Holy hell.
Somehow. And it's only 35 seconds left till the cap, and
So
at this
there's
point,
definitely still a possible
xFPS will be kind of desperate to get back on here, because if they can't, that's first map won by GENX.
Yeah. Right now they're going pretty big into alleyway. A lot of them got spotted out though, and GENX actually did rotate a little bit, but unfortunately for GENX, they still managed to get in through that alleyway fairly quickly. Now they're moving in. They're actually taking bottom courtyard, taking out orange crate. iPal goes down. There goes Donserval. It's just Ollie way back there in the back, and Orivar here in mid-court.
Orivar should pull back. He's just gonna die for no reason. Yeah, there he goes.
Now you can't retreat. You gotta hold it down for your boys.
He's got a rag behind him telling him, if you retreat, I shoot. It's just like Stalingrad, Gelos.
It's just like it.
Yeah.
I was there, I would know.
Yeah, you were.
Canare for the bunny hop here, but he fails to take out Higby Soska, unfortunately goes down.
Then I guess it wasn't a bunny hop, it was a Gelos hop.
What does that supposed to mean? Ratto going down on alley. So that's the alley push completely gone. GENX actually failing to get a recovery here, it looks like. They're gonna have to hold back and recoup again.
Time to feed.
This was a bit of a feed here for GENX. I think they might have gone in a little too quickly. They were feeling a little overconfident about their abilities to wipe them right back off.
Yeah.
Played here, helping out with the kill off of Breno. Higby Soska taking a push out, but he goes down. Very risky push there. He sees the entire team. Chippy also going down. Here's a flank by Ollie, but he goes down as well. Almost took out Bloody. Orivar coming in with a, what is that? Was that a medic nade? Yeah, it was. Res nade coming out for Ollie and Played. Higby Soska takes out one, almost gets the second.
They are
Knuckles here clean. Dante Cool with a push onto Hollow. Takes out Blackson.
Still so many. Well, there's one medic alive. Okay. Prodigal and Rune are backing out, which is probably the smart thing to do.
Alright, GENX back on point.
You can still gut this out.
And 2 minutes left till cap.
xFPS
If they
actually got a
can
lot
lock
of
this down
time
again.
there.
Yeah, they did almost. I'm pretty sure it was a full minute, maybe even a little bit more.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit more. Because they had about, I think when they jumped back on, there was only 45 seconds, so they probably got about a minute 15.
Right. Yeah.
Pretty good job so far. Higby Soska here taking out Snake. Bloody Glitch going down though. And that is, looks like Jarmo, the only one left here on jungle. He's picking people up. But they do have to worry about iPal and Donserval here on jungle flank. Pushing them out. There he goes. Jarmo goes down. Higby Soska goes down. Donserval, the only one left. Brenos, however, comes back around. I don't actually know where he just came from, but he came back in. And he actually takes out that jungle flank as well. xFPS back on point. 6 minutes until cap, and more importantly, 2 minutes until neutral.
Is GENX throwing, or is xFPS pogging?
I think xFPS might be pogging a bit here. They seem to be finally kind of clicking, and it feels like they've actually got their teamwork a little bit more down. You can see here they're getting those crossfires down finally that we haven't seen pretty much all game. Right now we've got a couple people there on that spawn side, but you have a couple people over here on jungle side as well, just keeping that locked down. So as soon as they see somebody around inside where Snake and Dante Cool came from, they can actually do a crossfire there. Knuckles here about to get pushed by Donster, but he takes him out. And here comes iPal as well, going down.
Oh, that's
Snake
a third
goes
possibility.
down.
Subset, they might be trolling.
Oh, they're trolling. That's what's going on here.
Troll.
They do a little trolling.
Troll?
Look at this. Only about a minute, 5 seconds left until back to neutral.
Yeah, that's actually insane if you think about how strong that opener was for GENX.
They literally almost capped it. And we are now looking at it almost being back to neutral, and then potentially even in xFPS's favor. Huge push by GENX on the jungle, by the way. High on Sensu Beans goes down early. That's actually one of their medics, too, so he goes down. That's important. Snake does pick him back up. Knuckles there going down on jungle. That's also an important pick, as he was the main one covering. Blackson here trying to get a little damage here on the flank. He doesn't go down, but he does take a little bit of damage there. He's gonna keep this covered for a little while. Rune Raven going down, Blackson taking damage. Here comes Jarmo for the pickup. They are holding GenX off pretty well right now.
GenX don't care. Maybe they are trolling because there's only 4 minutes left. They literally can't lose. They can't lose this match.
Yeah,
they
they
don't
can't technically lose. They can, however, turn it into a draw, which means we would have to be.
No, they can't.
For the first map, you mean? Oh, yeah, that's technically, yeah. So the first map would end up being the draw.
This
so
is
you'd
why
have to play the
GenX
other
are
two.
trolling. Zabroski was right. They are trolling
No,
because
they're
not
doing
available.
it.
They're BMing Gelos. They should get banned. Banned, I tell you.
This is toxic behavior, quite
We're
frankly.
still in it.
There it is. xFPS now in the lead on the second half. If halftime were to be called right now, xFPS would be the winner. We still have about 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in this half, though, so we got to see what xFPS can do to kind of keep their hold. They're doing really good right now, though. Look at this.
Well,
Breno's still up front. Higby Soska up front here. They just got conked, but there's no GenX boys here to worry about.
Cloaker nearby.
On the positive side for xFPS, this will be like a good morale boost for the second map, because if they would have gotten, if GenX would have gotten the cap really early, their morale would have probably taken a blow.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely happens. I've seen that. Breno's here taking out Ollie. He's gonna get back up, but Breno's there to try and clean him again. He does. Ollie goes down again. Breno's just camping him right now.
Who does it?
But huge push on Allie's side. Look at this.
Killer suggested to subtract 1 point for trolling, and then it would be a draw.
True, so true. Krog here looking at Orivar, trying to get some Kami damage out, but he fails to get the full thing. Rune Raven also going down on Allie's side. Krog might be able to get a pick here from that Allie. Oh, he goes down instead. Knerf with the pick. Breno's here pushing out, but he goes down as well. Plate is just, he's just too strong of a player. You can't simply peek him out like that. Oh, but Bloody Glitch with a double. Beautiful job. Look at this. xFPS still in control. GenX is having a very tough time actually breaking into this. Look at this. People were probably thinking, you know, this is going to be some easy money. I mean, I bet on GenX winning, but look at what's happening now. This is going to be a draw likely on the first map, putting us into 2 more maps.
Yeah. It's not gonna be a draw, Gelos.
Oh, is it not?
No, it can't be a draw. It's gonna be a win for GenX either way, because there's not enough time to catch it for.
Oh, that's right. They got a
xFPS.
cap. That's right.
Yeah,
You're entirely right. So actually, it's not going to be a draw.
That's what I was saying. It's already
wasn't-
over. They
you know, I
already
wasn't
don't care
listening.
anymore.
I can't hear anything.
You never listen to me. You just hate. This is
I
just like
actually-
when we were playing Battlefield earlier, and I was explaining to you how you frag out, and you didn't listen, and you fed.
Listen, it was very, very close. I didn't actually know if they got the full cap on the
Yeah.
last half or not.
That's why I
But
told
they did.
you.
Turns out they did.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got a big push here by GenX, though, on the jungle side. They have taken out Higby Soska, and they're actually getting a bit of a recovery for once. They were having a tough time on quite a lot of this half.
Yeah.
But they have finally actually gotten this a little bit under control. With about 30 seconds left now, it feels like both teams have gotten their cohesion, you know, back in order. It seems like. So, meanwhile, you know, xFPS is going to win this second half, but they are going to lose the map. So it's going to put us into the second map, and we're going to see what ends up happening on that map. We'll talk about what that is in just a little bit.
5, 4, 3, 2. Round
There it goes.
Map 1 ITR.
Okay, so that was the first. That was the first.
Who
is that
keeps
still?
errors, please?
I think that's Era. You wanna? Oh, there he goes.
Okay.
All right, so that was the first map down. GenX winning the match.
Yeah, you're gonna have to call the prediction.
Oh, I don't have to because we're not actually done with the match. The
Oh,
the
you
prediction
didn't
for the
just
whole
turn up?
match.
Oh,
Yeah,
Gelos. That's questionable.
yeah.
What if people join late? No, they don't get to spend any
Nobody
points.
joins late. There's no such thing as a late
That's
joiner.
not true. The one person whose name I can't pronounce just said that they want to spend points, so they have Glumpy Gloops to kill you in Deep Cock.
Nah, it would be unfair. What if xFPS wins and you bet it all on
Yeah,
on
but-
GenX?
But that's why you do it per map.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it like this. Anyway, let's take a look at these individual scoreboards before we talk about the next map. For the xFPS guys, 415 kills. GENX at 489 kills. A little bit better for xFPS this time around. They didn't GENX, they didn't gain too many more kills this time around on them. But taking a look at our actual top frags, look at Pouch of Chaos. Holy hell, how did that even happen? 75 kills from Pouch of Chaos. He did a phenomenal job getting those kills. He was just really on it seems like. Krog also at 55 kills. Really phenomenal job as a bolter there. For the other side, Dante Cool, also top frag of the game, 84 kills. Just a crazy player right there. Really aggressive plays by him we saw. Really nice job by him. And their bolt, unfortunately, less kills, 35. But again, he seemed like he was more there for the information rather than just the bolts themselves. And it does play out very well for GENX's strategy overall for that map, I mean.
That's revives, what all the bolts say that don't frag Gelos. They always tend that everything.
For revives given, it's about a 20 revive difference, so actually not too bad of a difference, honestly. And of course, those capture ticks actually came out to 420 for GENX, 377 for xFPS. So pretty nice job here by both sides. xFPS finally getting it to kind of click with their team, figure out what might have been going wrong, and they were able to really hold off quite a lot better there. So let's talk about our second map going in. This map is going to be Fort Liberty. So we're going to move right over there to this. And this is a much bigger map. It's one of the bigger maps in the tournament.
Well, we're playing Fort Lib?
That's right. Fort Liberty.
No, come on.
Everybody loves Fort Lib.
Uncastable map.
Uncastable.
You know what? The map was... I have a criticism of this
map,
Gelos. Remember when it had 2 Sundays for each team? That was better. Yeah, that was better.
I'll be honest. In terms of castability, Paris and Kessels are much harder to cast for. Paris, weirdly enough, is pretty hard to cast for because you have to be inside of that one tiny little building, and there's 2 floors in that tiny little building.
There's also the issue of it's very hard to tell who's winning a push in Paris because one resonate might literally turn it on its head.
And meanwhile, let me go actually into the in-game screen so we can talk about this one. This is Fort Liberty. This might look a little daunting for anybody that has never really been to this map before, for scrims especially. But the top area here, this is almost entirely ignorable if you want to. What you're going to use this one here for is the flanks. This is not where the main action is going to be happening. Main action, let me just slow my camera down a little bit, is actually going to be coming in from the underground using flanks like these to be actually pushing in. This is where the point is right here, this small little 4 square. A lot of the fights are going to happen in these 2 hallways here. On this side as well as on this side, as well as you're going to see some people pushing in from this stairway here, and then this is your secondary pushes as well from the back end. We're going to see that use quite a lot as well. But this top area here...
nuts, Gelos?
Yes, go ahead.
If we got to play this map on live, ever, that would be insane. Imagine if they just copy and pasted this onto Inda.
That I don't think would go as well as you probably would hope. I've seen how well this base can be defended. It's that's
amazing.
It is kind of amazing when you are the defender.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the only good part about Inda, being in a defensive base as a defender, or at the grounding.
All right. Now I see a lot of people in here. They're saying listen. They're saying they want me to end the prediction so we can start a new one. So you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it for the people. We're gonna choose the outcome. GENX did win the first one. We'll choose the prediction.
I can make the new one if you want to.
Yeah, go ahead and make the new one. Also, I think I misspelled xFPS. For some reason, I hit the A button instead of the S.
That's fine. I'll fix it.
Dang it.
Who will win Fort Liberty?
So this map, for those of you not super familiar with it, it does look a little bit daunting from the outset. But again, it is just it's one of those maps that once you've learned it, it's not too difficult to figure it out. Your 2 spawns are going to be on these garages right here. One on this side, one straight on the opposite side of the octagon. Is that an octagon actually? I'm not sure. How many sides is that?
Is it 8? Then
It's
it's an
8. It is an
octagon.
octagon, yeah. It's like a weird squishy octagon. Anyway, your main running routes are going to be this left side here, like I showed you earlier, and this right side here, which I did not show you. This one here goes into the building, which is an L stair here, goes in here. This is your main hallway. A lot of people are going to be pushing in from here, very likely. Now, I don't know which side, who has what. Looks like we've got xFPS here on northwest, and that means GenX is going to be on southeast. Yeah, GenX is going to be down here on the more open area hallway. Neither side really has a massive advantage, I'd say. There's not too big of a difference between these two maps. So I don't expect the side switch to really change too much. It's going to be more about how each side kind of figures out how to play this map with their own team, and then how to kind of counter the other team's playstyle as well. Now, I see the script has just filled in, and I don't think we have any subs. Let's see here.
Wait, we've the exact same. Oh, the same exact teams?
It looks like the
That's
same
surprising.
exact teams. Maybe N4YE, was he playing in the last map? And Darkwing might have not been playing in the last map.
No, I don't. Neither of those were playing.
Yeah, those two might have been subbed in. But other than that, I don't see anybody specific that might have been swapped out. Everybody else still in here.
I'm putting my money in again, Gelos.
Hey, you
You're
can
gonna
finally
have to call
bet.
this one again. I mean, I always could. I just thought no one else would be there to call, but I can just bully you to do it.
Now remember, everybody. The GenX may have won on that last map, but that does not mean that xFPS can't win on this map because again, xFPS actually held off.
You should all bet on GenX.
You just bet on xFPS, didn't you?
No.
You did. I can see, didn't you?
What? What? I'm gonna get you Twitch suspended for glumpy gloop manipulation.
But yeah, I mean, it does not mean that xFPS is out of the game by any means. As we saw them really start to come together on that last half, they really did do quite well on that last map. So they're definitely not out of this game. They're definitely feeling it. And when they were locking down, they were going very, very well too.
True. They had some really good lockouts.
Yeah. So we'll see what ends up happening here. But my assumption is actually that I don't know how each individual player plays when it comes to this map, but I just from how xFPS was kind of getting back together and kind of figuring things out, I actually think they might be in a good spot to take this map personally.
Personally,
And indubitably.
Roger that, over.
So, well, I mean, we'll see though. We'll see.
We'll see.
I'm just gonna leave my hand off my mouse push to talk button because it's starting to hurt my hand a little bit. So we'll just talk like this for right now.
I mean, you could just switch to voice activation while we're doing this.
No, you'll hear me breathing. I breathe loud.
You do? Ew, that's disgusting. Never talk to me again. Loud breathers.
Let's see Alpha in chat saying who won last round. That was GenX. They won by 1 point. xFPS actually came back and got 1 point in on the second half, but GenX with the full cap on the first half means they got that. So it was quite a good match though. Second half really did bring things together for xFPS. I'm thinking there might be some really good stuff coming out of them today on this particular half. Let's see here. We do have one more map after this as well. If this one goes in favor of xFPS, then that would be a draw, and then you're going to be going into our third match, which would be... Let me swap that map over. We can talk about that for a second. That's going to be Paris. If we actually have xFPS win on this map, we're going to be going to Paris, and we're going to be playing the last map out there.
Oh, sorry, yes.
Paris
M station.
close. It's just a little bit to the
Penis
east of.
Moist Grove.
That's the one. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And that one, unlike, it's going to be basically a complete opposite of what we're seeing here on Fort Liberty. That one's going to be a much
And
smaller
Bridgewater.
map. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Bridgewater is actually kind of a medium-sized map, I'd say. Whereas
Yeah.
Fort Liberty, very, very, very large.
I think Bridgewater can be very big, but you can ignore a lot of it. Like in this season, we don't really see anyone playing the warehouse at all, or very, very rarely. But if you consider the warehouse being played, then it's a very big map, I'd argue.
Yeah. Although we don't see it, we just don't see it enough, like you said.
Yeah. I think it's because we've dropped 2 players from each team compared to previous tournaments where we used to play 12v12. Yeah. And I think in that case, more valuable to send people through warehouse.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong though. I don't know. It's just.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some plays going through warehouse, and sometimes those flanks do work out really well. But overall, I think the timing just doesn't quite work out when you have a 10v10, because that to sacrifice a couple people to go through that means you've lost a lot of people over there on your main push. But you know, we have seen some pushes coming through there, and sometimes they have been successful as well. So, all right. I think both teams might almost be ready. I think we're just waiting on maybe one more player on the TR side, and then we're going to be ready to go.
Yeah, it's unbalanced.
There it goes.
Actually,
46. It just balanced out. So, once again, I'll be looking at... You know what? I'll swap sides, actually. I'll be looking at the Gen X boys this time around.
Okay. That works. I'll be looking at you.
Whoa.
The map will start. The second map will start 1 minute and 20 seconds.
All right. So we'll be
Next
starting
tick
it
then.
very soon here. Very, very soon. I wanna specifically be looking out for you know, how many medics and how many heavies we have. I'm sure we're still gonna have a bolt for both sides. This does have some fairly long sight lines on it. I don't think we're gonna see LAs again.
1 minute.
No. I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
In the past, some teams have played LAs in this on 12v12, but I'd be surprised if someone does it for 10v10.
Yeah.
Because even then, I don't think in 12v12 I was that successful. It's basically just to control the top and shut down flanks.
Yeah. I think we're starting in 10 seconds now.
Yeah? No, 35.
Oh, are they doing out on 0?
Yeah,
Okay.
on the full tick.
Gotcha.
Now we're actually going on 7.
Okay, got it. I'm gonna go on 14 though. If you want to just tell them.
Okay, yeah. Alright, I'm telling them yell chat, baby.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, they're telling me that Dante is
10
Babdi.
seconds.
10. 5, 4, 3, 1.
Here we go.
Start.
So let's take a look at our squad comp for Gen X. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least 5 medics this time around.
I see 3? 4. Okay, 4 for xFPS. 1
Yeah.
bolt, rest heavies.
And I don't know about bolters. I didn't actually hear anybody go invisible, so I don't know that they have a bolter.
Krog
Looks
is
like
bolting
Gen X doesn't have a bolter this time around. They might have swapped him out.
It might make sense, because 6 wasn't very aggressive, and I don't think a passive
Yep.
bolt is that useful on this map.
No, not on this map. That's a good point. Oh, the flank for Gen X actually just got completely wiped out. Gen X has just lost at least 3 guys there, a lot of them being medics, and their other flank also goes down. xFPS with a clean, very good clean, actually. Now they have to just deal with the outside door here, where they only have a couple people left. There they go. Gen X completely wiped xFPS with control.
Well, there's an issue. I put my glamping loops on xFPS Gelos.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna have to interfere with this match, I'm afraid. I would never. I got stuck on the terrain.
Nice. Dante
Every
cool
time.
here on the main push. But Krog is also there. And Krog is a very dangerous player for this particular map. He actually just took out Knerf. He's going to get res. Oh my god, I killed him again, actually. Can he get him again? He got him again! He just keeps camping Knerf.
Poor
Somebody
Knurf.
stop him! Oh, now a big, decent-sized push, actually, by Gen X here on their main spawn. going towards point. They do have a lot of the xFPS guys down, and coming in from stairway as well. Krog got a body there, but he's not quite able to get these picks just yet. He's still here though. He's still here. He might be able to get this last player. He does. He's actually safe in his spot. Krog stays in his corner here as GenX gets completely wiped out on that flank, and now they're getting pushed by xFPS. Oh wow, xFPS with another beautiful clean here. Maintaining control.
You mean Gen X?
No, xFPS maintaining control.
Oh yeah, xFPS is purple.
Correct.
Wait, I bet on the right team.
We've done it.
Gelos.
Yeah,
Gelos.
let's go.
It looks like I potentially bet on the right team right now. Hell yeah,
Well
easy
done,
money.
Gretchen. Now a push here by GenX, a small one on their actual main area here in their main hall. We've got, I think, two medics here and one heavy. They're waiting though. They're waiting to see where their other team or their other side push comes in. Once they start seeing the but Krog here with a counter. He's just taken two.
Takes two.
And he took out one of the medics as well.
And
So both
Jackson's
medics
gonna
are
push
stuck
up
back
and-
here.
Dark
Oh.
one. Questionable push right there, but he does live for now.
Krog with an absolutely another one. He gets Ollie as well. And he gets a bolt or a body off a plate and he takes him out. Beautiful job here by Krog. He's going absolutely crazy. Oh, he just got another two in the building with his Kami. What is happening right now?
He's still alive.
He's still alive. His entire oh my
Takes
god, he gets
another
one more
and
before
he
finally.
gets knocked
But you know
out.
what he did? That was the only medic left.
Oh yeah.
He just killed the last medic. Krog absolutely hogging right now. Holy hell.
Knuckles was Dante. Dante wins.
So now GenX has to come back and regroup, but with Krog there taking out the only medic that was left to be able to pick up a lot of these guys, that means that xFPS and GenX are both going to have to come back in as a wave to try and take control of this point. There's only a couple of GenX guys right now, and here they are. They're starting to flow a little bit back in onto point. They couldn't get set up quite as well, so xFPS was able to push in fairly quickly there. Trax in here getting a res, goes right back down. Oh, and a push here on the side of the main push actually goes down as GenX counters it. Purdue also going down. GenX doing a
Did
very
I bet
aggressive
on the right
counter
team,
push.
Gelos?
I mean, xFPS still in the lead right now in terms of time. They're
Yeah,
gonna have to regroup, it looks like.
I don't see. Well, there's two of them on point.
Yep.
I guess they're touching it.
Yeah, that's flipping point at least a little bit. It's just making the time come back, which helps a little bit. So GenX still in control.
Can I get a
xFPS
refund?
I don't think you can get a refund. No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
All right, now here comes. Let's see, where are our boys here? xFPS. Where's the rest of them actually? Oh, there they are. Stairway. They're going towards top. Let's see where Krog is. Every time. Wait, last we saw Krog, he was
is
absolutely popping
15
off.
kills right now, by the way.
You got
according
another
to
one
the-
right there, I think. He's just re-peeking and peeking. He doesn't seem to be just kind of throwing himself in the middle of this, at least. Even though he's absolutely doing a great job. He knows his limits, at least. Oh, Krog gets flanked here from IPIL, who's actually holding on the flank angle, waiting for people to push in from that. They have picked Krog back up, though, and Krog... Oh, but he fails to get a body off on IPAL.
And
He's gonna have
Tyler's
to pull
almost
back.
in the middle again.
Yep, and GenX actually getting this back to neutral right about now. There it goes. Now it is in favor of GenX.
And they're going for a big flank right now over the top, but they all got spotted.
Yeah, that window is a very, very powerful tool for either team to just know where the enemy team's going to be coming from.
Oh, Brenner's running a silencer. That's a park clamp. Very tactical.
Now, once again, here's xFPS on that flanked angle, but GenX had already rotated to get this kind of countered pretty well. Knuckles here with no shield. He's going to push in anyway. Goes down. There goes Bloody Glitch as well with no support behind him. But look on the other side where we actually have xFPS back on point. Krog goes down though. Big pick there for the GenX boys. As they now come back in, they're taking out Brenos as well. Donserville taking out the last player that was on point. That's once again GenX for control.
Hey, can they, girls? Can we cheer them on or something? Can we get them to play better? I put a lot of glumpy groups in them.
I'm a neutral observer.
Well.
Oh, is this a conk? That is a conk. That actually hits Traxon. Oh, but Krog with a nice bolt on Canerf. That actually stops his head glitch entirely and allows his team to just push right in. Krog leading the charge and goes down immediately.
Kinda do.
It's not working quite as well, though, because unfortunately, while Krog did allow his team to push in, as they pushed in, there was still more head glitches in the back there. So here we are once again. Oh, but Krog, can he get another pick? Oh, he's alive still, at least.
Somehow.
Oh, there's no way he's getting out of this. No, he's still alive. What?
He's all by himself. Though.
Yeah, he's gonna have to pick it up for a while there. But look at what happened.
Oh, there's a resonate
over there.
Yeah.
The xFPS guys were actually able to push in from the other angle, and here they are. They've
Guys,
cleaned out.
I'm winning back my glumpy loops.
1 minute left now until xFPS is back in the lead. We'll see what ends up happening here if GenX can get regrouped and pushed back in. Wade and Ratto here on main hall. They do have Snake up a little ahead, but unfortunately he's just a medic there. Where's Krog at? Let's go take a look at what he's doing. I can hear him bolting somewhere.
Enemy heavy spotted. Tango mine.
See a lot of great crossfire angles right now for the xFPS guys. Haven't found Krog yet.
They really know what to send here. I feel like I've spent some time figuring these out.
Gretchen, look, shield bubble.
Shield bubble? Where?
Shield bubble. It's right on Traxon. And look at that, it got his shield back up so fast. Let's go. Traxon here with a push, takes out Orivar, trades him out at least. But he's going to get res right back up. But unfortunately for him, Orivar also going to get res right back up. Oh, and Orivar actually does a push instead of a pull. And he actually goes right into Traxon and goes down. He's too far away
Rune
to
is
get
here
res.
to push with Traxon.
Yeah.
Now.
Yep, Rune up on top here, and they're going to take out Snake and Ratto. There it is, and now we've got xFPS back in the lead.
Very good, very good.
Looking
Winning
pretty,
my points.
pretty nice here for the xFPS guys, but don't count GenX out just yet. You know, they held
Listen, guys, I feel like you should also be in favor of them winning this, because if they win, then we get a third map, which is more exciting. So, I feel like I'm objectively right.
On a neutral standpoint, man, I hate Anakin.
I mean, yeah, who doesn't? Actually, no, I don't get the Anakin hatred. I love him. Adorable.
He's too lovable, that's why.
Oh, okay.
GenX now with a successful push into point building. They've actually taken a lot of xFPS out, and I don't actually see any more xFPS. It looks like that is the wipe. GenX back in control with 40 seconds until they gain lead back. Here we go once again. xFPS going in from bottom side. Krog there, taking a look to see if he can get a spot, maybe a pick. He does get Ollie early. Can he get Canerf? No, he fails that. Canerf takes him instead. Black's in there to pick Krog back up. Gotta keep him. Too important. Oh, he takes Ollie a second time. Traxon goes down on his push. Breno's here to try and clean up. He does get Snake.
He doesn't die for long. That's the important part. He dies in a revivable position every time.
Krog is always in a revivable position. Well, you know, I say always, but actually sometimes the medic just yeets to him. I have seen that a few times now, and it seems to always work somehow.
I mean,
if you're gonna yeet yourself at somebody for a res, I guess Krog is the best choice. Traxon here going down again.
But also, if the medic deems it worthy to yeet at you, you're probably in a revivable position.
Yeah, I suppose. Krog here. Oh, finally goes down. Brenos left. Oh, he goes down as well. Brenos was the only one left on that main hall, and I think their other push just was not able to really crumple into that, and that is GenX back in the lead by 10 seconds.
Gelos is not based, whoever just said that in chat. You are so wrong. Gelos doesn't even know what based means.
Based on what? Canerf going down to a Krog headshot. Getting his revenge there. Oh, but he goes down right afterwards. They always seem to prioritize Krog whenever that push is made. Although maybe it's more about the fact that Krog is literally always in the front of that push.
I think it's also a 66 thing where they're so used to just focusing down the bolter. Like, you want to take out the bolt, after that you can play the game.
It is very important in 66s. Yeah. I'd say it's even more important here in 10v10s though, especially
probably,
when you got a
yeah,
person
it's
like
probably
Krog.
not a bad thing.
Oh, Donserville got a couple picks there, but he unfortunately did not get any medics. So that is going to be xFPS with a successful push on that lane. Now let's see if they can take the point. Krog actually ran right inside and has died on the point itself. He is not in a resable position this time.
Solid feed.
Yeah, solid feed there by Krog, but he goes down.
Yeah, that's another wild.
GENX still in control. The time now is 2 minutes and 20 seconds in the full match, and 2 minutes and 30 seconds until the cap goes through potentially for GENX. So it's still possible for xFPS to get this back into neutral and to gain lead, but they gotta get their regroup. Yeah, they gotta get their regroup going. They gotta actually get onto that point right now because they are so close to just losing this out. This is getting getting down to the wire right now.
They could still deny the cap pretty easily if they just touch it for a little bit.
I think we're still going to see them deny the cap. I think that's just not...
I think they're denying it right now.
Yeah, they're already denying it, in fact, because the that time that they're getting on point might be just enough. Purdue here going down. Knuckles going down as well. Yeah, so at this point, I think the cap is impossible for GENX, but they're still likely to win on time. In fact, they will win now on time. Yeah. So GENX is going to get this first half. We do want to see, however, if xFPS can kind of get their cohesion back a little bit, because they were doing really well in the early part of this match, and then they seem to have lost a little bit of their teamwork a bit there. Krog here going down early. He's going to pick right back up though. Traxon here getting a little bit of damage there off of Dante. Cool. Krog now on the nice angle. Oh, fails a headshot there. His medic's going to come and try and clean up a little bit for him. Decent push here. Krog in a kind of an open spot, and he goes down. I think did he get it? No, he didn't get a pick there either. Traxon taking one, pulls back up. There's the resnade. That's going to pick everybody back up as well. They did miss Krog on that resnade, though. He's still just kind of laying there.
Yeah, he's chilling. He knows it's over.
He's having a great time.
Yeah.
Traxon there with the pick up from Don's dudes being dudes.
Stay alert, enemy heavy nearby.
20 seconds now until the end of the first half, where we're going to see GENX get 1 point at least.
Enemy medic spotted. Enemy medic
Yeah.
in the area.
Knarev here just going for his last push in with his team.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In the
There it is.
front.
Okay, so that was the first half.
TR wins the first round.
So first half goes to GENX once again. For the stats, let's look at this actually. Kills came about even. Both xFPS and GENX getting 174 and 178 respectively, almost the same. Really, really nice job by both teams. You would think that Krog would be, by the way, top frag of the game, but he was not. Top frag actually goes to Traxon T on the xFPS team, and then closely behind him is actually there he is, Played on the GENX team. Then Krog right after that, third place. But I will say that Krog, we saw some very MVP moments, I would say, with some of his plays. So while he didn't get the most kills, he damn near did, and his impact in this particular half was pretty high. Unfortunately, with his team not getting the point there, he was not able to actually fully get the win out here for his team. But the rest of his team not doing too bad either, I will say. Looks like we've got our medics actually only in single digits for the xFPS guys, but Darkwind's actually is double digits, 12 kills. With the rest of the heavies all doing pretty decently all around, 16, 26, 32, 25, and 12. Not too terribly bad at all. Brandon's playing a little bit weaker on this one, but I'm sure that's could just be how Fort Liberty plays. It's a very long run time back up to point. That happens sometimes. For the GENX guys, it looks like we've got... they had 5 medics, by the way, that whole time. So they had a little bit better sort of sustainability with swapping out their bolt for an extra medic. So I think that did play a little bit into just how they actually got that first half win like they did. They were able to actually really hold on a lot better because of that. You do have played at 31 kills and Ollie Kanerf 22, 23, Dante Cool 20, and Don Servola 21. Pretty good overall. Everybody seems to be going positive as well for KD wise, so they were getting a lot of kills and making sure they were staying up pretty well, not just staying in resable spots. And speaking of resable spots, by the way, 100 reses given for the Gen X guys, 90 for xFPS, a swap from what we saw in the last one.
Yeah, but not that big a difference.
Right, not too big of a difference at all. And yeah, so overall, good job here so far by both sides. xFPS didn't get that cap, but they were really, really playing very well on that first half. Let's see if they can actually bring it back on the second half and potentially get a draw on the second half. So we'll see. But yeah, Gen X with the first half win on the second map. Points will be given at the end of the map, though. Especially if we go into a third map, we'll do another one.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just gonna hover right over here because again, I don't want to hurt my hand. Got a lot of casting to do. I got a button that's it's starting to feel a little uncomfortable on the mouse.
Oh, a side button.
Yeah, it's one of those side buttons. That's what I usually use for my push to talk, but it's just a numpad minus, really.
Yeah, I had that before, and I had my thumb got fucked up. Actually, I saw the doctor, and they were like, "Yeah, whatever you do, you need to stop." And
just reverse it. Reverse what you're doing. You need to hold the mouse upside down.
No, I'm using voice activation ever since. I just have it toggle mute on the button.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. All right, so I think we're just waiting on Red to come back from AFK, and then once they are, we are good to go. But xFPS could still come back from this from their first half loss there easily, I would say. I think they just need to.
The second round will start in 1 minute. The second round will start in 1 minute.
Looks like we're starting in about a minute. All right then. We'll once again take a look at the Gen X guys, who are actually holding it down quite well on that first half. Let's see what they do in the second half. Again, not a huge difference between the two sides, so we're not expecting to see too much in terms of how each side plays. What we're more expecting here is just can each team counter the other. Both teams seem very aggressive, so whoever can just kind of out-aggressive the other and push back that on a push that's coming will ultimately be the victor. So far, it's been Gen X, but we'll see if xFPS can kind of figure this out.
Yes, you can't add dislike buttons to Twitch streams. Gelos will never stream again if you do that.
5,
His
4,
ego will be crushed.
3, 2, 1. Second round
It's not
start.
possible to crush
start.
my ego. I love myself
I
too
believe
much.
that's actually true.
All right, so it looks like we've still got 5 medics here on the Gen X side, and I don't see any subs either. So exact same play style, play comp. Let's see what's gonna happen on our starter.
Actually, where's Krog? No, he's still a bolter, so same comp for xFPS.
Initial spots coming out through the window.
The window.
EMP.
And then EMP.
Yeah, EMP does go off, but it actually doesn't hit most of the team here on the
It
Gen X
actually
side.
hit more friendlies, I think.
Oh, wow. Traxon and Knuckles go down early. This might be a Gen X initial clean, as they're already on point. Oh, Higby Soska tries to push in, but he goes down as well. Purdue, Spoiler, Traxon T, all of these guys around the corner over here. They do need to deal with Dante, though. Here he comes back. They gotta deal with his corner. If they don't deal with him, they're about to get pincered. There it goes. The entire xFPS push there gets pincered and goes down. Gen X in control.
You know what would have been even better if Dante would have used an MSW instead of an MSW, would have used a Kafta and wouldn't have had to reload it.
True.
Or Watchman.
Wow.
Yeah. If you're playing TR, might as well use the big guns, right? The big mag guns.
Well, unfortunately, TR is just underpowered. Rune Raven here is on a flank. It seems like he's kind of by himself though. I didn't think he was gonna go by himself, but I don't see any support for him. So the rest of the push coming in from the other angle.
Croc's a medic now.
Oh, interesting.
Vandal medic. Okay.
That actually
That's
might play
interesting,
really
'cause-
well.
Yeah, I think they might have been low on medics.
Yeah, that's still
Honestly.
a really strong and long-range gun here. So that's, and because now he can revive, that actually might play really well for him. He just can't go invisible. Ooh, most of the team has gone down over here on that side angle. Where did Krog go, actually? I don't even see his dead body. But
I think he's dead.
Blackson
Oh,
has
no, he
pushed
is.
in. He has taken out Plate, and he's actually flipping the point now. We've got Higby Soska in the back. It's just kind of scattered forces right now. Blackson and Higby Soska. So GenX is going to re-push back in here, take them both out fairly quick.
At least they stalled it for a little bit.
They did.
But
They did. That
if
is
Higby
important.
Soska feeds as well here, that's bad for them.
Yeah,
that's
and
a
he
lot
does
of time
go
that
down,
he didn't
yeah.
have. Yeah.
He did get a conk nade out. But it seems like, are they allowed to run Ocular Shield? I think they are, right?
They are, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they were running Ocular Shield. That conk didn't really do too much to him. Ollie here getting back up, Plate, taking out Brenna. Again,
Honestly,
Krog
I am
trying
surprised.
to take him out with that Vandal.
Now that you mentioned it earlier, I'm surprised neither of these teams picked NC Gelos.
Yeah, I mean, NC is a very nice faction, especially
No,
for
it's
these maps.
just straight up the best faction for 12v12 at 10v10.
I will say that
Don't
neither of
even-
these two
don't even
maps
argue
have been particularly good for LAs, so maybe they were just thinking, you know, we don't need
Yeah,
an
but
87.
the Gauss saw Gelos.
Gauss I
just the-
suppose, but not every
just
team
the Gauss
actually believes in the Gauss superiority, to be honest. Whoa. I know it sounds crazy.
Just the Gauss alone for Bridgewater. It's insane, it's overpowered, it should be banned.
How dare they allow that?
Maybe a little less good on this map, but still very, very good.
Alright, so that is Gen X out of control now. xFPS getting back on point. They're gaining control. It's going to be about 2 minutes until they can gain the lead. So we'll see if they can hold on to it for those 2 minutes. Meanwhile, we do have Gen X with a flank up on top, and I think we've got a small push coming in from their main hall as well. Rune Raven has actually swapped over to the Bolt.
Oh no, Rune is rage bolting Gelos. This is not a good sign.
Uh-oh.
Usually when Rune switches to the Bolt, you know the things aren't going well on the TeamSpeak channel.
Maybe this was a tactical decision, you don't know.
Maybe. I'm just saying that's usually what it is.
I will say that, you know, Krog swapping over to Medic with a Vandal as well does kind of make a little bit of sense, I suppose.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Rune bolting. Not so sure about that decision.
Right, we've got Higby Soska here with a counter push. Can he get both? No, he fails to get the second medic.
We're still
Now those
in it.
medics are all back up. And there is Gen X with gaining control once again. 2 minutes until they get the full cap now. xFPS has to regroup again and push back in. Rune Raven failing to get to IPEL, it looks. He does bait him over to Knuckles, though, who is... Oh, but he goes down, actually. Now a push here on the stairwell for the xFPS guys. An Emp nade going out first. I don't think that hit anybody, though. Krog here, trying to get a little bit of damage off. Oh, Rune Raven only gets a body off, then he goes down. Krog is over here on the side. Let's see if he can get some kills with that Vandal. Oh, no, he gets pushed by Donsterville instead. Donsterville taking them both out. That's another clean here by...
from another angle there as well. He died, so
Yeah.
actually...
Gen X gets another clean. 1 minute and 10 seconds until this cap goes through now.
This is rough for xFPS to come back at this point.
Yeah, this one's a tough one for them.
This is they can be lucky. They can they are lucky that Bafti didn't play today. But I would have never even stood a chance. But they definitely had a chance. I don't know.
Well, I mean, sometimes the cohesion just kind of falls apart a little bit. I feel like that might be a little bit of what we're seeing, but we are seeing them finally come back in a little bit. Blackson here does go down, but they're staying together up there at least. Krog there behind the box. But he's getting pushed pretty hard here. He's still alive, so he might be able to get those reses up. Blackson goes down again. Look at this, though. Gen X is actually out of the point room, so xFPS has gotten point time again.
That's good.
Higby Soska trying to push into this this alleyway here, but he only takes one before going down. Snake here gonna get the res off on Knerf. But flank bikes tracks and takes all three. Infinite fire glitch here by one of the medics, Darkwinds. Now they're gonna go. They're gonna head up to that window, start trying to get these spots up. Oh, maybe not. Actually, they're not getting
Actually,
spots.
yeah, I don't. That's a big oversight. You want to get those spots.
Yeah, they didn't really get the spots off, and now I think maybe they realize that it's taking too long, and they might realize that there's a flank coming, because there is a flank coming in from their own side. Ollie and Nay in 4Y.
Oh, over here, yeah.
I want to say
true.
Nay. Doncible as well,
I'm not
pushing
sure.
up onto Blackson, but Blackson takes him out. Dante Cool, however, on top of that flank. Dante Cool might be able to get some more pushes going here. They're going to take Krog out fairly easily here as he tries to leave the building. GENX back on point.
And only 1 minute 45 seconds left till cat for them. How much time's left in the match, Gelos?
We've still got 7 minutes left in the match,
Oh.
so if xFPS can get back on point, they can still get this back over to neutral and potentially get a point back in. Ooh, Rune Raven going down up on his own spawn side there. He gets pushed pretty hard. It looks like GENX is now set up on spawn locks. It's Higby Soska, as he runs in, goes down immediately, did not realize there was going to be a person there. GENX is now in a great spot for sort of locking down everything. Knuckles goes down early, Brenos goes down.
Ollie about to be on a big flank here.
They are getting these guys back up though. Where's Ollie at?
Oh, never mind.
Oh, I see him. There he is.
Push already went through. He was about to flank that push, but then they already went through.
Ollie running right in, goes down because of it. He didn't check his right side as he pushed. Knuckles here getting that kill, so that's going to be xFPS back in control for a little bit here. And again, there is more than enough time for them to get this not only back to neutral, but back in their favor. They have to hold the GENX team off for quite a while, though.
Yeah. Okay, this time Traxon is getting a few spots out. That's good.
Here comes the GENX team and their main hall. Krog doing a little bit of damage with his Vandal. But he goes down early. Krog very far in front. Hasn't gotten a pick. Oh, this is a tough push here for the xFPS guys. GENX is really going aggressive on this. Brenos with a nice head glitch has taken out Nay, though. Ollie here going for a push onto Brenos. Brenos takes him, but Donsterville to clean. Higby Soska in the back. He's getting pushed pretty hard. They've taken him now, so they've got this angle completely cleared out. They do have to deal with Traxon, Knuckles, Rune Raven in the back. And there goes Ollie. Knuckles also going down. So the rest of the GENX team still up. They're pushing in onto point now. xFPS was able to get a good amount of time on that point, though. They actually did get it much farther back than I'm sure that xFPS or GENX was hoping they would.
Yeah, true. They kinda getting back into this game a little bit.
Yep. That being said, xFPS does need to regroup and push perfectly here. They gotta actually get these flanks going right away.
Yeah.
Not
they
too
don't
much
have
time
much
to
time.
spare. Knuckles here taking a little bit of damage. Goes down, in fact. But the rest of the team also flanking up on this side. A lot of medics here, including Krog, up here on the stairwell. Now they're pushing around up on the top side spawn. And we do have Rune Raven here. Looks like he's swapped back over to Heavy. He's getting flanked himself, though. He goes down to Ollie behind. And actually a counter flank here seems to have taken out a majority of the xFPS guys up on the stairwell. Only a few left now on point. GENX likely to collapse back in on them. They have at least, however, taken the point, so they're going to get a little bit of time back. But there it is, GENX getting back in control now.
And at this point, they're running out of time.
Yeah, 3 minutes, 30 seconds left until the match ends, and only, I think, 2 minutes until the cap goes through for Gen
We're
X.
still in
A little
it.
less, actually.
1:45, yeah. So they are running out of time to draw this map even.
I keep going to the wrong side for these guys.
I'd actually like to
Now,
win this fight.
some counter pushes here by the Gen X team to try and keep xFPS from even getting to the stairwell. Knuckles goes down. Rune Raven, however, to clean up. Can he get 2? He gets a double there.
Oh, he's back on heavy, okay.
I don't know who might be bolting on their side. I'm not sure if they've
I don't
swapped
think
Krog
anyone is.
back in.
I saw Krog on Vandal Medic.
Yeah, I think he's still
second ago.
playing medic.
But I
Rune
think
Raven and Brenos
I'm
with a
pretty
drop
sure they're
down.
out of time now, Gelos, no matter what.
Yeah, I think they are as well. But they're going to jump on that point anyway, see what happens here, see how much time we got. It's 2 minutes and 30 seconds now until the cap, or the half is over.
Yeah, that's...
But here comes the repush by Gen X, and they're gonna completely clean xFPS once again off that point. Higby Soska also going down far in the back. Purdue Spoiler taking out Ollie. Traxon here trying to do some damage to the medics, but he goes down. Oh, I'm sorry. Canerf goes down. Krog also going down as he trims to push in. Darkwind's down in the back. Gen X doing a really good job at holding xFPS pretty well here. All right, so now we are looking at xFPS getting back in control. But again, like you said earlier, this is going to be impossible for them to actually get a halftime cap based off of time. So this is once again going into Gen X's favor.
Yeah, which means Gen X will
Gen X is going to be winning this match, yeah.
to the semifinals. This was quarters,
That's right, yeah. This was quarterfinals, I think.
Yeah.
Donserville with a pick off of Knuckles there. Going in behind in this alleyway here. See if he gets an angle on anybody as he comes around. There is lots of targets for him to pick through. Gets a little damage on Brenos, I believe, there. Oh, but Brenos takes him with a sliver of health left. So it looks like xFPS actually getting back control for a little while there, at least. This was a pretty good match, I will say. You know, xFPS. I thought it would be a little bit closer, but xFPS did play very, very well in certain spots. It just seemed like certain spots we saw some of the teamwork was just a little bit too fractured, or it could have been that more that Gen X was just very good at fracturing them in general, because they were very good when it came to counter flanking and then just cutting off certain areas for them to deal with a lot less numbers. And I think that's really where the true strength came from for Gen X team this time around. Is xFPS just having a very hard time dealing with those counter pushes.
4, 3, 2,
Yeah.
1. End of match.
There
end
it
of
goes.
match.
So that is Gen X with the
Second
match
map
win.
goes in favor goes to TR, to Gen X. That means that Gen X wins the best of 3. Both team captains, please join the referee channel for the post-game interview. We will move you up to the
Dream match channel. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so
yeah.
yeah,
that
I mean,
means,
yeah, like you said, Gen X
Gen
goes
X.
on from here to the
yeah, and they will face the winner of the match later today. BY versus Biz.
Yep. So that one's
Semifinals.
yeah, we're gonna see them again in the semifinals. So xFPS here coming out with 343 kills, Gen X 371 kills, only a difference of a certain number. Not too terribly bad though. Not too terribly bad at all. xFPS, you know, they gave up a very, very valiant fight. Pretty good amount of kills as well here by Traxon. Look at this, 66 kills by Traxon. He was a very aggressive heavy for that whole thing. And you know, anybody that's seen Traxon in the other matches that we've casted before, 6v6s and the like, you know that he's pretty good. He's got very good aim. You know, he's an aggressive player as well. He does know how to get those kills quite well. And then of course, you know, we can't just talk about xFPS without talking about Krog, who got 51 kills, 39 deaths only, and 31 capture ticks as well. Always trying to jump on that point along with the rest of his team. Very aggressive bolter and very good bolter. We saw a lot of good shots there by Krog, especially on that first half. But in the end there, Gen X does win. And on the Gen X side, you do see a lot of pretty good stats as well for them too. Look at the medics, 32 and 30 for Orvar and Snake, respectively. Those are medics there. I mean, that's a lot of kills there. They don't just revive. They can also get the frags when they need them. And then of course Donserval at 47 kills, Played at 57 kills, Canair 48. I mean, everybody did really good in terms of kills and staying in a resable spot. Gen X really did come out of this looking quite strong in terms of counter pushing and in terms of sustainability. All right, so we do have our two captains here. Looks like we've got Bloody Glitch here for the xFPS guys, and Ollie for the Gen X guys. So first of all, congratulations to you, Ollie, and your Gen X team. You guys did a phenomenal job.
GG.
Yeah. So first, we want to talk a little bit about. Let's talk about the first map actually before we even get into the second map, where you guys. It seemed like you had a really good plan, and even Gretchen made a point about this. It seemed like you guys knew exactly where to stand, specifically, like where everyone was going to be placed. Was this like a pre-placing kind of like everybody go to this specific spot kind of deal, or was this just a lot of practice beforehand so everybody just knew exactly?
I would say it's pretty much practice.
Okay.
We didn't. I mean, 2 days ago, I got a little bit more insight in an internal with Sundre's mom's team. So that helped a lot with like bolt positioning and LOA pushes as well.
Yeah, and another thing that we also noticed, especially on the first map, but we saw it in the second map as well, you had really good counter pushes that actually circled back in and around and actually isolated a lot of the xFPS team. How much time did you guys focus on figuring out how to do things like that, those counter pushes, like you did, where you get aggressive against a flank that might be coming in, say?
Yeah, that's like pretty much like what we try to do. It's like, where are they? And then we try to rotate to that position and try to push them off. Like, we try to like assess where they are, and then we try to do like play around it. Like, how can we push this?
Well, you did a really nice job there, and it was very, very impressive seeing how you guys kind of just split up and isolated the xFPS team a lot of the times. But that said, Bloody, your team, you had a lot of especially individual plays, but you had a lot of plays there where it seemed like you were gonna lose for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, you come back with a last hurrah and actually take back the point. We saw it, I think, on the second half of the first map and first half, yeah, of the first map as well, or second map rather. So really, really good job there. What was the kind of rally that you gave to try to get everybody kind of back in and get everybody on that point and holding well?
First of all, kudos to Gen X. I just want to say, if there's any team we would lose to, it would be Gen X, because we practice with them literally every weekend before PIL started. But anyway, I'm not really sure what happened. Today was all over the place. We had trouble making our pushes, and when we did, it took way too long, and Gen X was able to flank around and shoot us from the back, so they did good on that. I just felt like we couldn't win our individual battles as much as we should have at the level we should have, even though our stats aren't like horrendously bad. But yeah, I mean, their rotations were top notch. That second half of first map was kind of unexpected. It was crazy. I think we held it for around 7 minutes straight. But other than that, we tried our best. We tried, and we lost.
Well, I mean, it was a really, really good job though, because what we saw was what looked like hopeless sort of pushes, but they actually turned out to work out really well. And I feel like every time we talk to you, we always have to point out Krog, but Krog legitimately did have what was basically an MVP move on the first half of that second map.
On the
where-
point.
Yeah, on the point where
Yeah.
he killed a lot of the Gen X guys as they pushed in from the spawn. But then even at the very end, when the entire xFPS team went down, we saw Krog take out the last medic, allowing your team and the other team to both come in at the same time. Essentially, really, really nice job there for Krog. So. Once again, just want to make sure everybody acknowledges that guy is cracked.
Yeah,
He's
thanks to my whole team. We didn't really have a debrief or anything, but thanks to my whole team for putting in the effort. This is my first time sort of IGLing any sort of team like this, so this is really fun. Overall, a positive experience, and I don't think I'll be doing any more tournaments, but either way, this is a good way to end it off.
Yeah. I mean, even if you don't lead them, it's always fun to sort of play in these, even when someone else is taking it. So, I mean, it's good to see you guys coming out and playing. And I do hope to see more of your guys coming out in future tournaments as well. So, and I'm sure, obviously, we probably will, considering the history. Okay. Well, once again, congratulations to Ollie and the Gen X guys. You guys did a phenomenal job. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream here.
The next
We do
stream
have- yep.
will be in 4.5 hours.
Yes.
B-Way versus Biz.
Yes. I will be streaming that on my channel, and then about 2 hours after that, there's going to be one more of the night, and that one's going to be Gobs versus Bash, and that is going to be on John's channel, looks like.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that. We're going to go and end it there, though, everybody. Thanks for coming. Stick around. In about 2 hours, we'll have one more match, and then one more after that on a different channel. Bye-bye, everybody.
Post
Bye.
James.
Bye.
Dante.